All right, we are back again for another adventure.
Oh, hey, John,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the stream. I think we forgot to change the nameplate.
Oh, we did forget to change the nameplate. This, I'll tell you, some of this stuff is hard. There we go. That should do the trick. You may not see it yet, though. It's a weird way to do the transition. All right. I'm just gonna throw a quick Streambot test out there
Huh.
because it should be on. Uh-oh.
So I saw the nameplate change.
Yeah, so the nameplate changed. I didn't see um I didn't see the it's weird. Alright, good. Alright, so there it's going now. Yeah, that was a little weird.
I didn't see it come up yet. So I have to watch it on the stream, so it's a little delay.
Yeah. Alright, so I brought up the image that I was mentioning before. So what I did is I drew the castle on the room that has the opening at the top and the opening at the bottom.
Right. Okay.
So
Makes sense.
so I was thinking about like adding this into the game. What I did is I broke. So what I was looking at is, so you can't walk through these directions. You can't walk through from this direction, right? And this direction you can't walk unless you have the key when this opens.
Right.
So what I did is I cut this, right? Do I have a quick way that I can just draw on here? I thought I remember Microsoft adding something for that. I don't see it. But so what I did is I cut it right around this side. So that way we can have like a left side of the castle and then the right side of the castle and then the middle side, the middle of the castle and the gate. So
Okay.
what I did, so now I have a couple of different ones, right? So then the idea being that what I was looking at is that in the castle, this part you can kind of walk through once the gates open. So
Right.
I figured we'd have the gate be the blocker until it opens, and then that way we can have this you don't run into. So we have no collision detection on the middle, and then that way you can walk underneath of it like you do in the game.
Okay. That sounds good. But the bars to the left and right of the gate, but that are part of the castle above it, they would be collidable.
Correct.
So you can't sneak around.
Yeah, so you can't sneak around them. And
Okay.
that's the idea. That's why I broke it up into three different pieces. Well, four technically if you include the gate, but the castle itself is because this is collidable, this is not.
That's pretty slick. So okay, so to bring that all back home, the way we were dealing with all the rooms was we were colliding with the sprite. So the sprite is like the image. So that was what was keeping us from running through the walls last time. So now what John's saying is because when the gate opens up, we want to be able to pass through that red section in the middle. That's a separate sprite. So he split this up into different pieces, and the sprite that's in the middle, you actually don't collide with, and you can pass through.
Yep.
Right. That's the okay.
Yeah. So then
Cool.
the hard part with this is I can't there's no quick way to look at them because they're SVGs. So I got to just open them up all within Inkscape. So let me just.
So are they complete?
What do you mean?
Like we can just pull them into Snap now at this point, right?
Yes.
Or do you have to like smush them down or something?
Yeah. No. So what's nice is SVG is a format that is available in Snap, right? It's the vector format. So
okay, so there's no having to like prepare the image, like
no,
export the image for use or anything. Awesome. Okay,
well, and
cool.
so I already did it. Basically, I did this so I could draw it, so I could get the right proportions of everything, and then I basically took each section and cut it out into its own, right? So then I've got this left side, I've got the middle, and then I've got the right side,
Okay.
as well as the gate, because the gate just has to move up when it's when you touch it with the key. Because so the way that just maybe I'll just bring up the game real quick. We'll just do. I feel like I should have this ready to like just here.
The game.
Yeah.
I can't load up your system. It's also streaming and doing development.
Yeah. But I should have the one that I use all the time.
Well, maybe you should put a shortcut up for that. That might
That's what I'm thinking. All right, so so the guy, yeah, so like you can't go through here. This is part of the
interesting
reason.
that you can't squeeze in that gap either, huh?
No, well, because you're not going to be able to fit through it. So then you touch it with the key and it opens up. Oh, I did not know you could relock it.
I didn't know you could either. I don't know. I mean, this is like a kind of somebody did the same thing we did.
No, this is different. They take when they do emulators, they actually build a thing that will run the original code.
Is this a real deal emulator though that you're working with? So it's actually running the Atari code?
As far as I know, this is the.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're certainly selling it as such.
Yeah, I mean that's what my assumption was when I was looking at it. But even still, like that was. I think we're gonna have to go get an Atari and find the
Oh, I
older.
have one. I can hook it up and play it. My kids bought me the Atari that has just like all the games built in for Christmas like two or 3 years ago. So I actually can play it. I just haven't taken it out and plugged it in anything in a while.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, and I was trying to think if there was some way I could feed it through my computer so I could play it on the stream. You know what I mean? But I don't
What's
know
the
that.
output? What's the output from it?
I think it's like RCA plugs, like
Um,
the old school AV. Um,
yeah, I mean we could if but we'd have to get you like a video capture card. Um, which it's funny because I actually have one. A few years ago, Christine wanted to go through and convert all of her old videotapes over to digital, and so there was like the $200 for the one that we got was definitely worth it for being able to go through and convert 50, 60 videotapes.
right. By the time you pay somebody else to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, then
Hmm.
it's like all of her friends, uh, all of her friends ended up uh, taking advantage of it as well. So we ended up doing like probably a couple hundred. I say we, but she did it because she spent the time
Yeah.
like sitting there working it. Um, yeah, because we had to get a couple of different video players and stuff. It was pretty cool. But yeah, so you could use something like that to capture it, and we could then present it. Um, Something I just noticed here that I wasn't thinking about for our game, and I'm not sure what we'll do to maybe address it, is you actually change rooms as soon as you touch the top of this cast, the gate. So you moved right into the next one.
Hmm. So you don't even have to pass through. Oh, so we could just change where that happens.
That's the part that I'm not sure how we can do that in our data set right now. Our data set is based on you hitting the edge of the screen.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Why do you think why the items sit there and start blinking?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be part of the game or if that's just what? All right. I just want to see what happens with the dragon. Cuz is it now actually dead?
Yeah,
Okay.
because his head's back. See how his head's back?
Yeah, I thought I remember seeing one of them like the head come back forward again.
Why is everything blinking? I don't think that is part of the game. Ooh.
Whoa.
Having that dragon follow you from screen to screen is going to be interesting. Oh, he didn't. I guess once you get off the screen, he stops.
I guess. Interesting. Cool. This is All right, pretty neat. Cool. So I think the only problem I see with the way that I was picturing how we were going to do this um, was the fact that um, yeah, that seems good. I was expecting on because of the so what we did right when we made the game is that we said um, when you hit up here, it tells it where the next room is. Right? So it
Right.
says if the y is above a certain number. So we have to get into this space for it to actually go up. Um, so I
But
think that what's that?
um, I bet you we can just kind of flick it there. It'd be kind of a hack, right? But we can touch that middle sprite, and when we touch it, we could sort of teleport the player to the edge, like hide him and throw him up there.
Okay. Maybe we do
Yeah.
make this top sprite collidable, but it does something different.
Right, right. The code that runs when you hit it is a different set.
That may
Yeah.
be reasonable. I was because the hard yeah. So we're gonna have to. It's actually gonna be weird because it's gonna touch here, and it's actually gonna need. Yeah, well, we'll figure that out. But so maybe doing the castle will be kind of interesting to try to get done. And I think we
Hmm.
can. So we got the different parts here. So I just need to get them imported because I don't have them imported into here yet. So
The castle pieces.
yeah, the castle pieces. So let's see. We'll just do uh, castle left. Let me import. Right, and then oop, 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 the new. All right, this will be no. Let's do castle right. So there we go. We'll get the next one.
And I guess the gate as well, right? We're gonna need at some point. But probably we don't even need to deal with that yet. Let's just see if we can get this pass-through thing happening.
Yeah. Um, why do I not?
What's wrong?
I'm not seeing the middle piece.
Maybe you need to either bring it forward or I don't know.
Oh, was it? It
Oh,
was
there it
hit.
is.
It was hidden.
Why would
That's
that come in hidden?
unexpected. Oh no! Stop running. Because I was trying to figure out how to get these fit, like have them fit together.
Looks like that left one still has a little seam. Is that what's happening there?
The what?
The left side looked like it had a little seam still that was, yeah.
It does, and it still seems like it's there, but I don't. Maybe what I need to do is, um, yeah. So we're gonna have to do something about this. We'll just put one in to start with.
The whole castle is skewed to the right as well, by the way.
Yeah, I was just trying to get the pieces lined up. I think what I'm gonna have to do is,
Prob-
um,
Maybe use those motion blocks to adjust them, like by using numbers.
yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. So it's gonna just set them. How do I? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Shoot. How do I get the the X and Y? So like in Snap, you can just it already puts it in there for you.
You can show the variable by clicking on the. How do you set it? I
Like
don't
how
think you.
can? Oh, so I just
And
gotta type them in.
I think you do.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah.
so its Snap is kind of like there's parts of it. I can't believe it's built on top of Scratch and it doesn't do that.
It's like they made the programming concepts better, but some of the UI stuff and the niceties are worse.
Oh, because that part isn't built on top of each other.
Yeah.
So that should put that in there. Oh, gosh, those. Let me see. All right.
And then there might even be a trick somewhere, like a right click or something
I thought.
that I haven't discovered yet. Because you used to be able to just click it and it would, that's just what it would be.
Yeah. I don't see it. So, guess what does 87? Y is minus 16. It's interesting that that actually leaves a little tiny gap right there because these walls should be 15 wide unless they're 14. Maybe when I was doing it, I didn't have a stroke going around it, so maybe that was 1 pixel wide, and that's why that's that's showing a gap there.
Yeah, look at that. Well, if it was different, I mean, if it was the same color, you could actually just lap them as well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just move everything up one when I'm done. Um,
That makes sense.
and then I don't know. This is 297. All right. Pretzel just flakes out. I think I'm gonna have to hit them up.
Oh, what happened to music? I can't hear the music. So the music cut out.
Yeah, it just stopped. All right, so we make that one less. We'll make this minus 90. Make this minus 15. Oh. So if I start this, all right. So everything is as lined up, I think, as it's gonna get, unless I try moving this. What if I make this 86? No.
Hmm.
Um, 88.
Oh, that took it out.
Yeah, that seems a little bit better. Now let me see. The only thing is, this seems like this might need to be a little bit higher.
That's the square in the middle.
Yeah. No, I guess not. It just, I guess the vectors just don't quite end up being totally seamless.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Looks pretty good though.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
look at
just
that.
weird.
It's weird.
I mean, I could bring them in one each. You know what I mean? So it's just a little bit over it, and I think that would be fine. Like it won't.
That's true to squeeze them all in. Yeah, that
Yeah,
probably would.
because then I can make which one?
Yeah, I guess you want to squeeze the edges in.
Yeah.
Still see it. It's weird.
That is very weird.
Why is that? It's almost like where they lap it has to draw a white line, which is not really.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a. I mean, technically.
Like, what is that piece there? Isn't that middle section all one piece? Why is there a line across it?
So technically, in the vector, there isn't, right? So that's the weird part. So maybe what I need to do is.
Maybe you can smush them into like a bitmap now that you have them.
Well,
Would
I
that
think
take?
it's more about the problem that there might be like an unseen border on.
Oh.
That's not what I want to do. Oh, I can't actually edit the import. I'll take a look at them. I think it's good enough for right now. The graphics
I
can be
agree.
done the same way, because all I could think is that on here. Oh, look, you can actually see it on there. Let me see something.
Ah,
No, I have stroke set to nothing. I have stroke set to 0. You can even see it in there.
can.
If I zoom in on it. Oh, you can't there though.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, you can.
No, that's the grid line.
Oh, so it's showing through a little for you.
Yeah, let me try turning off the grid. Uh,
Uh,
are we just crashing it? Yeah, so
all right,
you
but
can
it's still
see
there.
little tiny lines. So what I did is I built them as individual blocks, right? I didn't draw it as like so like you can see like that's a block,
Hmm.
that's a block, and these are each individual blocks. So I think what I may need to do is figure out how to merge these all together into one piece, and then I think
Right,
that would
take
then
out those seams, but I think we're okay with what we got. I agree that it's fine for today. And honestly, that's one of the nice things, right? Once we get the code worked out, we can swap out the graphics.
yeah, yeah, exactly, and that's kind of what I was thinking too as I was doing it. And we need the gate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cool. So then I just need to put that for the start. What's going to be interesting is when we have to try to draw and hide this each time in the right rooms for the right color.
Why not create a bunch of costumes that just make it smaller and just cycle through them? That's a lot of like simple animations are done that way with this block stuff.
Um, what?
Oh, you can't edit the imported graphic though, huh?
Yeah, I don't think I can. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I was saying that
So,
making sure that this shows up in the right rooms at the right times for the right.
oh, I thought you were talking about making it open, like the animation to actually open it, like it does.
Oh, I think that should be really easy actually, because that's just needs to move up a little bit. I would
Yeah,
think,
but
you
isn't
know.
it? But it's going to block since it has a collision on it. It's going to block the player still, even if we slide it behind the castle.
Oh, I guess I just assumed it would have a state of opened or closed. And
Oh, we could do. Yeah. We could flip it and then have it. Yeah, sure. That would work.
okay,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of ways to tackle it. So okay,
Yeah.
but that's
So
not what
this
you were talking about. I got
yeah. So this
you.
wasn't this isn't quite centered on the whole map, is it?
No, the
Um.
castle is flushed left, and or it's flushed right. So
Yeah.
it
I
needs a bit of.
wonder if it would be easier to create like a maybe like try making a variable that's for all sprites. We'll just say castle left position or position X, just to make life easier in setting this, because then what I can do is we'll do it on this one here. I can just say set castle position X to 87 and make this set to castle position. All right, so remember 87,
Okay.
because then what I want to do is so I need this and I need operators so that I can do this plus that, right? So then I want to just take 200 minus 87, so plus 120, because then 120 plus 87 will be 207.
So you're getting a relative position to that first piece.
Correct. So in that way now I should still be able to hit start and everything's still lined up, right? Then I
Get
just
to
need
the
to do
other
this.
side though. Yeah.
Yeah. that. Put it over here. I need to do one more for the gate too. Did it work?
Uh,
Oh, it did. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, so 87 from that.
296 is 211.
Two.
It's a dirty trick making me do math in my head.
Yeah, I think it's 209 actually. I make that mistake all the time when I'm playing darts.
Going the other way, like
Yeah,
adding that, that
yeah.
extra piece.
Oh, I do it all the time, and it's weird because I'll do partial, like you did. Like you did a partial subtraction, and then you're like, "Yeah, no, that's good enough." And then you're like, "Oh, I missed my out." Oh, I'm a terrible dart player. Come on, right spot, duplicate that. All right. All right. So then this is 225. You know what? Just to make life
It's
easier
going to
for
open
everybody.
maximalist. Oh, it opened normal size today.
Yeah.
Remember yesterday it was
It's
like,
good. I think I left it plugged into the monitor, so it was all good. It stayed in fine. It's 87, so 138. So 138. So now when I start this, everything is still in the same position. So what's nice is that then I should. Now I can adjust this, right? So I can make this 80.
you make one adjustment and then everything should move.
Yep.
Perfect. A little more
Nice.
probably even.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, it does
The
seem pretty
gate
good.
itself is skewed right.
It is.
So you might want to adjust the factor for the gate.
Yeah, so this would.
Like 34 maybe. Just I don't even think it's like a full 5.
Yeah. Oop, that might have been
Ooh,
too
that was
much.
too much. Yeah.
Yep, that went the other direction. So let's do 36. That looks
There
much
we go.
better. All right, so now we're getting a castle. We are getting a castle.
Right. We should make the Y. Well, we're gonna have to change that
What do you mean?
for the gate. Like the Y might is going to change, but that's fine. No problem.
Yeah, well, this is just the layout, right? So we're just trying to set it.
I was just thinking out loud. I, I realized the error of my thoughts there.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I did want to do is try seeing, um, trying to see if we could figure out the color. Oh,
Of
this
the
is the gate.
castle.
Yeah, I don't want to put that on there. Let's do it there.
Can we match it to the room? You think?
Like, so that's why I made all the pieces the same color. So technically, once we have a color, we can know that that's the yellow. That's why I was thinking, like, we could do a yellow color and a black color, and the white color. Oh, is it
Okay.
white? It is white. Does that mean our background needs to be like a gray? I think it does. Some that we'll have to explore here at some point. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Well, there's a yellow castle,
Mhm.
there's a white castle, and there's a
Oh,
black castle.
yeah, but we can't have a white castle because the background's white. I gotcha.
That's why I was saying it's like I think the background will probably have to turn gray. Which now that I'm thinking about it, I
That's
think
actually the way it is, I think.
yeah. See how it's gray here?
Yeah.
I didn't. I thought about that as I was thinking about what color for white, and I was like, oh wait a minute, if we do white, we're gonna
Yeah, what?
we'll end up
The
having an issue
background's
here.
easy enough to change, though. Just we should be able to do it on the backdrop, like on the stage itself,
Yeah.
because all the other things are sprites with invisible backgrounds. So we should be good to go. All right. So interesting.
All right, just going through the colors here, trying whoop. Uh,
There it
So
is.
so it's
Well, that's the same as this one anyway.
yeah, that's the same as that one, but the gonna try getting a little bit more yellow.
You're trying to get to that gold.
Yeah, because yellow is the first castle, right? So what if we just do 230? Ah, 230. 230 looks perfect for that. So what I want to do is we should have. Let's make variable for all, and we'll do color gold. And I think we'll probably want to. So where do you normally put like stuff that's default that you kind of want to set up across the board? I was thinking about doing it on the stage.
You can do it on the stage. I've seen people actually have like sprites with no costume that serve almost like a class because it wraps all the stuff inside it and you can access it that way. Um,
Yeah, well, this is setting
I think
stuff
for this, probably
globally.
the stage.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's more of a configuration, like a global configuration deal.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So good. So then we'll just
But
do a set here. Um, we'll set the color gold is 230. Um, I don't like. I think I'll put up here. All right.
so you see how we have those lists there?
Yeah,
I think we should have a colors list with a name and a value.
a colors list, huh?
Yeah, so you could
I
just kind of
we only have 3
pull out red.
colors.
Yeah, I guess there's not like a full rainbow of colors here, so it's easy enough to just set the couple of them.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I mean, we can even have it though where we could have a color number in the room. So we could just
Yeah,
have like the color and just put that in there. So that's why I tried to make all the colors the same for everything, right? So the walls are the same red. I thought I remember, and I may be wrong, but I thought I remember reading that like red was like kind of one of the good colors for using for the the tinting uh, to get access to all the colors. But I think it may not matter. It may be any color as long as they're all the same. That way they'll have the all same difference in value.
right. When we make the adjustment, it'll be proportionally the same because they're all the same color. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm okay. Like now that you mentioned, there's only 3 colors, so we can kind of just plug them in.
Yeah. So let's see. If we go back. See, here's what I was just thinking about. It's like we may have rotated. Um, yeah. So we could have done 30. There, I don't know where the the rotation on this happens, like where it ends up going back around.
I have
Um,
documentation if you want. You want it?
well, can you just look up what it is?
What are
Just
you
so I know
looking
what the
for?
I just need to know what the max value is in color.
200.
It's 200. Okay.
Yep. And 200 and 0 should be the same.
Well, that would make sense actually, because I think that's right. Because I was at 230 is what I put in there. Now
Hmm.
I've got 30, and it's the same color.
Yep. So 1 to 10 is orange to light yellow. 10 to 20 is light yellow to yellowish green. So
What does it have one that's like that would put us to white or black?
I'm
Or
not seeing anything
is
that's
black not
saying
possible? Maybe I needed to make it black to start.
you might be able to like oversaturate it because there's a brightness that you can turn up to 100 and make it white.
All right, let's see. Maybe that's what's the
So the
max on bright? Like, so what would the brightness be?
100, 100. It's like a percentage.
Um,
Did it not happen? All right, that ran.
brightness didn't seem to.
Does it do anything? All right, let me look at this one more time. Maybe I'm reading it weird.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh, wait a minute. There is no known limit for the brightness effect. If brightness is less than or equal to -100, it will appear entirely black. If it is greater or equal to 100, it will be white. In some cases, not all of the sprite will be brightened or dimmed. Now,
Well, it definitely so we definitely were able to get the black.
but it's not taking us the other way to the white.
Yeah.
Try like 1 or try like 200. Try to go higher, maybe
I
because we're starting from red. Oh, you did? I'm sorry, I was reading the documentation.
yeah, I did 1000 trying to.
That's bizarre.
That is bizarre. It seems like that would make sense too.
Let me see if there's something else we can do.
Um Oh, we can do a brightness with negative.
What? Let me look. Hang on. Did it work? Oh, weird.
So let me.
Oh, interesting.
What's that?
The brightness with negative.
Yeah. So what I was gonna do is I was gonna try to add a gray to this. How do we make the stage gray? Do I just have to do it as a background? Just do it as a
Yep.
costume?
Just hit the paintbrush. And you should be able to just do like a paint bucket right on the palette. You just got to select the right side color because it's a fill. See how it's transparent on the right of that bar?
Yeah.
You might be able to click right on the white, maybe? The bar itself. I wish I could point for you. There it is. Now it's white.
I know, but I need it to be gray.
I need to be gray.
So I was trying to figure out where is. Oh, where is gray? It's like.
Yeah, it's in the bottom. And it's just like, what tint do you want, right? I guess it's more in the blue on the game.
Yeah, maybe we can. I don't know where it would be. We'll just do that for right now. So that will at least give us the. Yeah. So yeah. So I found if I did that and then made it negative, right? So that way it would be.
Yeah, the opposite of black. Weird.
Yeah.
So weird. Okay.
Um. All right. So that's how we can get the three colors that we need for the castle. Um.
So how do we make that decision?
Yeah. I think let's save that for another day, right? So
Okay.
I think what we can do is at least put this here, and then we can set this to
To the yellow.
yeah, our color gold, right? So then that way I can duplicate it and put it into that one, duplicate it, put it into that one. Just gonna leave that there for the moment. All right.
You still got to. You have to attach it still on those other pieces.
Yeah, good call. All
And then
right.
do we want to do the same thing with the walls then to make them also match? Set color to color
Yeah,
gold.
yeah. You know what? I didn't do. I just put a default value in here, so we could actually just drop that in there, so that
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like we got the color gold, so
yeah. Cool. So now we got everything. It's the first room. Ah, there's actually one small issue. Um,
uh,
so this should be open at the top. So the
so it's a
the
different room. We have
yeah
the room, right?
yeah. So we have the room. I think I had to add it. So it's actually 6.
Okay.
So So make that 6, and then select this to 6. I think I actually did put, there is a 2 that's in here, so we'll just add it to it. So we have
Okay.
those. Pretty sure, let's just verify that 6 was, yeah, see the 6 is the top and bottom are open. Just, I added actually not because of this room, because in the White Castle, you go in and then you go up one additional room. And because you go up that one additional room, you needed to be able to have the top and bottom open.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was doing the castle, I'm like, oh, well, that's good that I added that one, because that one we actually do need. So in here, our starting room, instead of being 1, this should be 6. So now
Because
if we,
that'll be the castle room.
yeah, and now we've got our open for the castle. All right. So the only thing that I think is left that we need to deal with here is going to be the
Well, the collisions.
well, yeah, well, not only the collisions, but we're going to need to we need to start the key and the adventure in a different spot.
Well, yes, because of the castle. Yeah.
Because right now they're underneath the castle. I can't see it. Which of these here? Oh, Sprite. Why?
So that's your little marker guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide that. All right. I wish I could see them. I think I can't just click on it and move it, right? Yeah.
So it's going to be.
Yeah. So that.
It, so X is actually good at 0, right? Or close to it, close to the middle. Where do you want to start?
Well, so you're gonna start down. Your adventure is gonna start here, and your key starts over here.
Okay. So yeah, the key's going to be off the. All right.
Let me just try. So this should be. So Y should be positive, right? Because positive's down, or is positive up?
Positives up. Positives up.
All right. Getting closer. A little too far.
A little too far.
So I think that's okay. So now we gotta get the key into the right spot. That should put it all the way. Yeah, okay, that's pretty close.
That's pretty good.
Yep. I think that'll. Yeah, so if we make that there, then. Hey, look, it worked. Hey, our castle's in every room. All right. So I think I'm gonna save that because I don't want to lose anything. All right. So we need to get the collision for those.
Yeah. So that's the gate. Well, everything really.
Yeah. Ooh, I wonder. I have a question. If we do. Oh, we might have to. If we make this, I'm going to show that. I want the variable. This. Huh. The color effect didn't change the key. Oh, wait, it's change by. That's not what I meant to put in there. I needed to say.
I need change 2.
Yeah, I need
Set.
set.
Yeah. Whoops. Oh, but still no. What is going on?
I don't know.
What?
Oh, look at this. What is this weird loop?
Is that the bounding box, maybe?
I don't
We were
know.
talking about?
I thought I had that in someplace else. It's interesting that this doesn't seem to be
No,
working.
do we do it anywhere else? I don't think so.
So if I stop this, right? Why is my
That's
only thought would be maybe it doesn't like it being black? Like the color for some reason it actually doesn't let it do the color rotation on it? Ah, that's kind of weird. I wasn't expecting that. That might have to be something that we explore. We'll just assume. Let's pretend it's gold.
it's
And
just
so
so
it's the
strange.
yeah, so that it's the right thing for this, right? So, um,
Hmm.
on the adventure, this is going to be interesting, right? So, because we have not touching walls, I guess we need to also have it not touching.
Yeah, those sprites.
Yeah. So let's try. So we'll put that in there, right? So we're going to say this.
Another, right?
Um,
They want to stick it everywhere.
okay. Castle right.
And the gate too, though, right? Oh, there's an extra condition though.
Yeah, I think that's going to be. That's where we'll check it inside. I think this loop. So I need one more and here.
Get that one loose end on the end. What is that?
Oh, shoot. That's because I put too many ands in there, I guess. I was assuming there was going to be something else. Maybe it's not.
So that should solve that problem.
It's definitely working, and it's not slow.
Yeah. And then pass through the middle.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so at least I'm glad that it's not slow. I was worried we were going to add in the two additional sprites, and all of a sudden it's going to be like, let's just slow it down.
Yeah, it's weird how this it's definitely the collision for the sprites is better.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this. I'll tell you what. The snap really bogs down my system with all the other stuff going on. I'm wondering if maybe this weekend I'll have some time. I'll get the Elgato um, thing set up and try to move the streaming onto a different server or a different
Mm.
machine. But this This is looking good. So now the question is, how do we do the key and make the gate untouchable, or make it touchable? Do we have a variable that indicates what key we're holding or what we're holding? Does it matter? Oh,
No.
you know what? It doesn't really matter. We need something. I guess we need something that says that the gate's open. Because we want to say touching the gate or the
And
gate's
it's
open.
and it's a specific gate too at some point because there's more than one gate in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think if we work on it. So I don't think we need to worry about that. Um,
So it's going to be like if touching gate and gate is not open and player is not holding the key. Those are the pieces of information that we need.
I don't think we even need to have whether you're holding the key. This is what I'm thinking. My thought is we do a um on the gate we put a loop in here that we test um hmm, maybe these need to be spawned. I think that might be what we end up having to do is we spawn the gates for the specific room.
That create a clone.
Yeah. But to start here we'll define this.
So I'm assuming you're going to test something, right?
Yeah. Did we find that the forever worked better than the sensing?
Yes.
Than like when I'm
Generally speaking, yes.
okay. So this would be good, and then we just say if um key is touching the key. So if key is touching the gate, um maybe we do we need some variables, right? So we're gonna need for this sprite only we'll have to say do we need that? I guess once it's opening, it should be fine. It seemed to actually kind of go back and forth. I was trying to figure out when we want this key touching to actually do something. Um, so my thought was maybe we can just say, maybe we do add the variable. That's what I trying to figure out what I'm doing here, right? So we want to say gate open. Let's try that, and then we'll do a set. And this I can actually just do a. Does this have like a switch?
There is. It's in operators.
Oh,
True and false.
oh, there we
Yep.
go. Um,
I feel like you need like an and is not already open kind of going on there.
yeah, I think you're right. I think that's where we're going to run into the problem, right? Um, so we say when it's touching and
You're gonna
not.
need it equal. Oh, yeah, because we used that. All right. Okay, let me use this. It's so nice to actually have that switch.
Yeah,
With
right.
the dots and stuff, you got to do all the weirdness and Scratch to make that stuff happen.
Yeah, so change. So then we here we can just change. Oh, not that one. Change y by. We'll say 80. Oh, let's see if the key touching will.
So it did it. What moved it?
It did. I mean, I prefer this versus. It was weird that you could close the gates on the castles. Do you know if that kept stuff out of the castle, like the bats or anything?
I don't. I don't remember being able to do it even. But
Yeah, so maybe there is something wrong with that version. We'll take a look and see. You you need some homework to go and play the game.
yeah, right. See if I can squeeze it in this week.
Yeah. Um, because I think this is pretty good. I mean, what it doesn't do. So let's see. I think we might be able to fit in real quick here in the next minute or so. We can.
We should save because that was kind of a lot of work we did.
Yeah. So in here, if we did the. It's not touching. So we need a touching. So we want to say if it's touching the gate
Right,
and it's
not
not open, right? It's touching the gate and not open. Yeah. Do not.
and then you're going to need to knot the whole thing and add it to your.
Yeah. God, not the whole thing. I know. I was trying to figure out what the condition is. That's the touching of it, right? So we want it touching that and it's not open. So that's what I was like. All right. So touching and gate not
Knot it.
open.
And you need to knot the whole deal
Oh,
and
and
then
then I
add
need.
that. You need another end. Just when you thought it was safe.
So then I'm gonna put this in here, and then I put this in there, and then I can put this in there. Oh, that's not gonna be confusing at any point ever.
It illustrates why they call them nested.
Yeah, right. Actually, it does. It does do a good job at illustrating that. All right. So now, oh, wait.
It didn't work. Oh, do we need to set it to closed when we start?
We do.
Here we
Um,
go.
all right, we'll put that in here. We'll go to our variables. We're gonna set gate open to false. All right.
Oh, yeah. You are barred entry. And you get the key, open the gate, pass on through. Oh,
All right.
yeah. That calls for some fireworks.
Yeah, right. That was awesome. All right. So we got one gate working. It is going to get trickier as we try to make it so it works across for all the different castles and the gates. Um,
Yeah. Well, I feel some lists in our future, I think.
yeah, I think there's going to be. Did any of the stuff, say the stuff going off? Oh, it is.
I
Okay,
just
good.
I just put it in.
Oh,
And the delay on the stream is pretty long at this point.
yeah, but it just I only saw one go from that list. Uh-oh, did we break something yesterday?
Oh no.
I did have to comment out some stuff in it. Um, because we left that animation in there.
Maybe we turned something else off, huh? Oh, I just saw the one, yeah.
Yeah. No, I just took out all the rest of it should be fine. Hmm. Well, now I'm bummed out. Now I want to see.
Right?
It's like the fireworks aren't working. Well, this
Yeah, the
is
rocket part.
yeah, so this is saved. We got the gate opening. That's cool. Now just now I am concerned about that. What? Oh, look at that. It's not. We didn't change anything that should have broken it. config. Oh, oh. No,
What'd you do, John?
well, it's interesting. It definitely should have still worked. I took out the click. Um, oh, interesting. What did we break yesterday? I'll have to take a look at it because I don't see how that should have changed anything.
Oh man,
Eh, I'll figure it out.
no fireworks today.
Wah, wah.
All right, but I think it is that time.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But we got adventure looking pretty good. We got a castle in there now, so and we got a gate that's working. So we're on our way.
Yeah, we're pretty far along, really.
Yeah,
So I
awesome.
guess next week maybe we'll see about getting all that working right. Multiple castles, who knows?
That sounds great. All right, Pete. You have a great weekend,
You too,
and
John.
everybody out there stay safe.
So long.